We thank you now. Listen to Ancelotti's words about ENDRICK. He showed in this game that he is not 100% ready yet, and that's normal and expected. Ancelotti has a clear and understanding vision of the development of young players, especially in such a competitive environment as Real Madrid. It is crucial to recognize that each player has their own adaptation pace. ENDRICK, being so young, is still adjusting to the demands of European football, which is intensely demanding and full of challenges. However, the pressure he faces should not be underestimated. The first game as a starter is always a significant milestone in an athlete's career. But before continuing to explore the reactions and analyses of these players' performances, it's important to remind everyone to please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any video. First, let's tackle the challenge of reaching the goal of 500 likes for this video. Your interaction is essential for us to continue bringing quality information and analysis about football. Now that you've subscribed, let's move on to the news. The fact that Ancelotti highlighted this pressure indicates that he is attentive to the nuances of the game and the feelings of the players, which is an important quality in a coach. Understanding the pressure that an athlete feels can help build their confidence and development. Therefore, Ancelotti's analysis is not limited only to on-field performance but also extends to the psychological and emotional aspects, which are fundamental for a young player trying to establish themselves in one of the biggest clubs in the world. Moreover, Ancelotti mentions that this shows that it's not yet his time to be a starter, but he still has plenty of time to improve and train this season. This statement is a valuable reminder that growth and evolution in sports do not happen overnight. The maturation process is gradual and often filled with ups and downs. For ENDRICK, every game represents a new opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve his skills. The starting position is something that must be earned through dedication and consistent performance, and Ancelotti seems aware of that. He demonstrates confidence in ENDRICK's potential but also reinforces the idea that a waiting and preparation period is necessary. This balanced approach is important as it prevents excessive pressure from harming the young player, allowing him to focus on his development rather than feeling overwhelmed by unrealistic expectations. Thus, patience is a vital ingredient in the trajectory of any young athlete, and Ancelotti appears willing to provide this to ENDRICK. He also refers to an important point: the same thing the goalkeepers failed, right? This brings up the idea that in football, error is an intrinsic part of the game. ENDRICK, like any other player, should not be judged solely by his failures but by the sum of his performances and his ability to recover after difficult moments. Ancelotti specifically mentions the match against Corinthians, where even goalkeeper Cassio could not stop a shot from outside the area. This comparison is valid, as it highlights that many things can go wrong in a match and that even the best players can have low moments. The error is an opportunity to learn and grow, and it's important that young players understand this. The support from the team and the coach in difficult moments can be crucial for building a player's confidence. Therefore, instead of punishing a player for mistakes, it's more productive to help him understand what went wrong and how he can improve. Next, Ancelotti mentions the courage he has to do what he feels he should do. This is an exceptional characteristic in a young player and can be the key to his future success. The courage to take responsibility on the field is a sign of maturity and confidence. Many young players may hesitate to make decisions during matches, fearing mistakes or disappointment. However, ENDRICK seems to be someone who is willing to take risks and make decisive plays, even under pressure. This mentality is essential in an athlete, especially in high-pressure situations like decisive matches or derbies. Furthermore, taking responsibility on the field shows that ENDRICK is not intimidated by challenges, which is an admirable trait often rare in such young players. Thus, ENDRICK's proactive attitude in seeking to make a difference on the field is an aspect that should be celebrated and encouraged, as it can lead to great achievements. The conversation also touches on the issue of player comparisons, as when Ancelotti mentions, he is better than Steven. Steven is better. The comparison between players is a common practice in football but can be harmful in some cases. Each player has their own style, strengths, and characteristics, and comparing their performances often does not do justice to what each one brings to the game. Steven, for example, already has an established career and is playing for Real Madrid, where he has proven his worth in high-level competitions. On the other hand, Hendrick, being still very young, is at a point in his career where he is just beginning to build his legacy. Ancelotti suggests that it is important to focus on what Hendrick can do and the promises he brings for the future, rather than constantly comparing him with players who have already achieved success. Comparisons can create unnecessary pressure, which can be detrimental to a player's development. Therefore, the idea of promoting an environment of growth and development, rather than competition among players, is a healthy approach that can benefit everyone involved. Hendrick has already had his own achievements, as Ancelotti says. Hendrick has already done things that Steven will be able to do. This statement highlights the importance of recognizing a player's achievements, regardless of their age. Hendrick has already stood out in crucial moments, such as scoring goals for the national team in iconic stadiums against major opponents like Spain and England. This shows that he is not only a promising young talent but also has experience in high-pressure situations. This type of experience is fundamental for the formation of a complete player. Scoring in stadiums like Santiago Bernabéu and Wembley is no easy task and demonstrates that Hendrick has what it takes to shine on the international stage. Therefore, these experiences can only add to his development and confidence as a player, solidifying his position as a valuable asset to any team he plays for. At the same time, Ancelotti emphasizes, he is not lazy. He puts himself in the game there. It can be against anyone. This statement is powerful and underscores Hendrick's competitive mentality. A player's determination to face any opponent is indicative of their courage and self-confidence. In football, mentality is as important as technical skill. Players who enter the field believing in their abilities are more likely to excel and help their teams achieve positive results. Hendrick's willingness to take risks, regardless of the opponent, is a trait that can lead to great outcomes, both at the club level and internationally. This also reflects an essential characteristic for players aspiring to play in great teams and elite competitions. Thus, Hendrick's readiness to face challenges without intimidation is a quality that can become a great differentiator in his career. Furthermore, Ancelotti mentions, it's absurd that Hendrick is the last option for the Brazilian national team. This statement raises questions about the decisions made regarding player selections for the national team. The way coaches choose their players can be influenced by many factors, but it is crucial that the best athletes have the opportunity to represent their country. Hendrick, with his talent and achievements so far, clearly deserves a place on the team. The fact that he has already proven his worth in important matches and under pressure should be an indication of his potential. He is not just a promise, he is already a reality, and his presence in the national team could bring significant benefits to the squad. Therefore, the Brazilian national team should re-evaluate its choices and consider including players who are proving their worth in major leagues, like Real Madrid. This would not only benefit the national team but also serve as a fair reward for the hard work and achievements that Hendrick has already reached. Bruno Prado, another commentator, provides an interesting perspective by stating, I agree, I think Hendrick is clear, he is a new kid, but it depends on each one. This statement suggests that despite Hendrick's youth, it is important to analyze how he reacts to the circumstances around him. Each player is unique and can react in different ways to the pressures of professional football. Some young players may feel the weight of expectations and struggle to adapt, while others, like Hendrick, may flourish and stand out under pressure. This ability to react is fundamental for a player's success at any level. Therefore, following Hendrick's evolution in challenging situations will be essential to understanding his future in the sport. Every match is a new opportunity for him to showcase his worth and confirm his place among the best. Thus, tracking his career will be crucial for evaluating his potential. So, given this, in your opinion, from 0 to 10, what score do you give Real Madrid and the performance of its players in this important game? Were Endrick, Vini Jr., and Mbappe at the level expected of them? Tell me here, and I will be reading your comment. I really want to know what you think. If you can, leave that like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive our videos every day. That's it, folks. Thank you and see you next time.